Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. I'm Paula, by the way. So it's just So today I want to use my creations, so to speak. So they're available through Make Playing Cards. You'll see the link down below, the link on my channel, of course. So yeah, this is the deck that I'm going to be using today. One of the decks anyway. And then we've got the Oracle, Crossroads Oracle. Got the Vesta's Art. We've got the Vesta's Art Love Oracle. We've got the Ikate's Crossing Lenormand. Now there are other decks available through Make Playing Cards, of course, but I don't know if we'll use all of them today. So yeah, if you've got a question, just type your question in. No problemo at all. I'm not sure if anyone's going to be here or not, so let's just do a collective reading. Oh, just take a nice deep breath. Been sort of a bit of a rushy morning. So I got my washing done with the sun out today, absolutely gorgeous. Got my shopping delivered from the supermarket, ordered it last night and got it delivered. Normally my daughter does it, but she's busy at the moment. So it was good to be able to do that. That was nice and easy. So yeah, let's have a look and see what today's collective message is for all of us. What message lies ahead? Okay, so we've got the Empress. Oh, actually influenced by the High Priestess. So it is about bringing things into fruition. So it is about bringing things into fruition, maybe a sense of bounty and abundance. But that comes from the hidden knowledge or stuff that's been hidden, now revealed. So as above, we have the King of Swords. So this is really about analysing the ideas and the plans. Maybe there's a sort of like a business plan being implemented is what I'm getting there. So maybe something. The Guide. It does feel like tradition, things happening in a traditional way as well, which seems really important. Should really move these cards across. I'm looking at them the other way, you see. So here we have this Queen of Pentacles. Just about nurturing, I think it's about nurturing the business side of things. Really feels like it's all nurturing your health could be really important as well. But I am getting business. So needing to look at other things from another perspective. Maybe it's time to sort of, you know, stop hanging around and actually start getting on with things as well. So we're looking at the things that are weighing us down at this time. What's weighing us down? What's making us very heavy? What about nurturing passions, which is quite important, or nurturing your creative energy as well. There are some choices yet to make. Does seem to be a lot of drive, a lot of movement forward. So it does talk about a lot of movement forward, which seems quite exciting. So it does feel like there is a lot of creativity going on with the situation. That's interesting. It does feel like there's a lot of passion, a lot of creativity with this opportunity. So it's about removing the masks, you know, seeing beyond the illusion, so to speak, making sure things are secure. And I see the light coming out of the darkness. So if we can remove those masks, make sure that we're protected or we feel secure, I think everything's going to work out the way that we want them to in the situation. It is about bringing things into the light. So that's interesting there. So let's have a look at the message. It's going to be on for a short time doing a bit of a spread. Hopes and dreams. So it does talk about one's hopes and dreams and where one wants to go. So let's have a look at the Love Oracle. Get your groove on. So to get into your hopes and dreams, it is about moving. It is about doing the things that are really important to move ahead. That's an interesting combination in cards, actually. I really like those together. Right, let's remove those. Oops. I just wanted sort of a quick skizzy to see what if anyone's going to be online, whether I was just going to do a quick message to see what was going on. So let's have a look. Ooh. So take a moment and take a breath and feel that sense of communication, the light coming out of the darkness. Things do seem very warped, does seem to be sort of maybe not quite seeing clearly about what's going on. There is a blocked view. So that's what I said about things not being seen clearly. And here we've seen that we've got a blocked view. Things are not quite being able to be fully seen at this time. So maybe it's about working with how we digest our experiences, how working with sort of that yellowy colour might be about the way that we trust our gut instinct, trust our intuition with what's going on as well. So interesting. Hi, welcome. If you want a reading, please just type up your message. I'm just mucking around with the cards at the moment. So if you want a reading, just type in your question and I will do that for you. This is a deck that I created from my digital art. It's actually two decks. These ones are two decks in one. So you've sort of got, that's what I just did before. So let's just shuffle. Hi, Cal. Yeah, sure. Just type in your question. Just a general one. Okay, so let me use the Journey to the Crossroads. Now, these are tarot and oracle cards that I've created myself. They're available through Make Playing Cards if you're interested. But anyway, so let's have a look. Just a general reading overall. Right. Okay, we've got 5 of Wands here. Now, 5 of Wands is very much about battles and conflicts. So there could be some battles and conflicts around you at this time. Okay, 3 of Cups can talk about being with like-minded souls, partying, being with friends and family. And 8 of Cups can talk about walking away. So there might be some battles. It might be to do with a party or being with friends and family. Maybe even, I'm just getting even with family, there could be some battles and conflicts and you're needing to actually walk away from the situation. Just take a breath, take some time away from the situation so that things can be a little bit more Feels like things are changing though. It does feel like there's a shift. It does feel like things are ending, and it's going to give you an opportunity for something new. You've got the King of Swords here. So it is about analysing the situation and being able to sort of feel like you can sort of think about where you actually want to be, like in the sense of taking control of your plans and ideas, which seem quite important at this time. Now you've got the Fool here, so we're talking about new beginnings. There is a shift in that. It's about moving ahead into new adventures. Okay, so let's just do 2 more here. I've got, okay, we've got a sort of like a wish or a material, not material, an emotional gain. So it does feel like things are going to sort itself out. It does feel like once you get into that new beginnings, you've made those plans and thinking about where you actually want to be, then you make those steps to move ahead. Then I feel like things are going to start working out behind the scenes. It does feel like things are going to come into it. You've got 3 of Pentacles here. So that is, to me, is about a recognition of your abilities and your skills and things like that. Hi Moonlight, how are you? So let's have a look at Oracle card message. So it does feel like things are going to be moving into a more positive energy here. We've got the sense of surrendering, and I don't mean giving up or anything like that. A sense of being able to move ahead, allowing things to actually... Hi Renee. Oh, I'm great, thanks Moonlight. Using the strength that you have within yourself as well is really important to remove the mask, the illusion of what's being seen in the bigger picture. So I do feel like things are going to be moving into a better direction. Let's have a look. Okay. How do you choose to react to the situation becomes your choice. Thanks, Renee. Oh, it's so soft. The cloth is so soft. Okay. Bringing everything into balance. So when you can choose how you react, Cal, I think it's really important to look at how you're reacting to the situation, because you can bring everything into balance with the way you choose to react. So hopefully that gives you some answers to it. If you just want a reading, please just type in your question. Don't forget the links down below as well. If you do a donation, please let me know. Yes, makes sense. Cool. Yes, Heat Journey. If you've got a question, just type in your question, and I'll just do them as they come up. Okay, Moonlight. Can I see anything of Trevor? Can I see? So you want to know what's going on with Trevor? And oh. What's happening with Trevor? Okay, we've got a shift. Definitely feels like something's being left behind. The Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow journey. There's definitely something being left behind, but it's a very slow journey. Ooh, here I've got 7 of Swords, like something's been taken from the journey as well. Feels like something's been taken. We're getting a lot of swords coming through. There's a lot of thought going to the position. Feels like there's a lot of defeat. We've got 5 of Swords here. So it doesn't feel, feels like there's a shift and it's a slow journey. It does feel like a lot of stuff's being taken. doesn't feel very, I'm getting a sense of defeat, feeling quite disheartened about the whole, here we get heartbreak. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of heartbreak, a betrayal, a lot of heavy stuff going on at the moment, mentally. Okay, mentally. Feels like there's a lot juggling on. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of chaos and stuff going on, Moonlight. Feels very busy. A lot of overwhelming. It's a very overwhelming. Heartbreak? Oh, okay, heartbreak. Okay, cool. Yeah, he may feel as though he's been betrayed in some way. Okay, it does feel like there's going to be a sense of light, if you like. Here we go, out of the darkness into the light. So it does feel like everything's going to come right. Everything is going to be on a much more positive. Look at this. I love it. We've got the star and the sun, and we've got the doorway here that says out of darkness into the light. So it does feel like he is in a 4-year semi-conscious coma. Okay. Yes, heartbreak. Okay. So it does feel like it's got coming into the light here. So why have we got time to be a little crazy? We've got a time to be a little bit crazy. So it's about having some time, just being in the moment. Why we've got that choose to behave that makes a difference. Don't know. I don't feel like those cards are very clear today. I just feel like this is really it. There's this whole thing about feeling coming into the light. So I don't know what that is. It is a very slow journey, a lot going on. It is heartbreak. So yeah. Of course, I cannot give medical advice or anything like that, or cannot say exactly when or what will happen. Okay, so heat journey. Okay, heat journey. What JB thought about the photo I sent him. Okay. Yes, what JB thought about the photo. JB thought about the photo. Information. Okay, it does feel like there's a lot of endings. Here we've got the shaman here, or the guide. It's that whole sense of just getting a lot about learning something new. So you're learning something new. So I felt like that he learned something. Hi, Sheila. As though he learned something new about the whole situation. Now this card here does talk about sort of death through transformations. So, or not death as physical death, but a sense of endings, things finishing through things changing, but it comes from moderation, so not being in excess. So maybe he sort of really didn't think too much of it, is what I'm getting here. He sort of really didn't think too much of it, of the whole situation. There was definitely something he learned about learned about you, maybe, but didn't really think too much about it. Doesn't sort of seem to be a lot about it. Given this. It's definitely needing the strength to deal with this journey, this shift. It seems very slow journey. Does seem to have like needed the strength. But it does feel like, just really doesn't feel like you really sort of thought too much about it. Just feels like you just need the strength to sort of move forward, move away from it, let it go. Am I getting sort of similar cards? Hopes and dreams. Looking at all your options and viewpoints, it feels like your hopes and dreams need to be re-looked at in regards to the situation, heat journey. Well, there's definitely a shift in thoughts. Okay, it could be just, it might not be a physical leaving. I'm really not 100%, it's not really being very clear. It just feels like there's a lot of stuff going on where you sort of really need to look at your other options and viewpoints and look beyond the illusion to create your reality. So look beyond the surface. There could be a sense of him leaving you in some way. But only you guys will know that with communication, with talking about it. Why are we always bringing everything into the light? Okay, so there are some things that need to come out into the open, and that's about you getting your groove, you know, being able to move, to make the seeds of change. So there are some changes and things going on. So there will be some shifts, there will be some changes, and it could come down to just basic communication, being able to communicate, being able to maybe make the differences that you need. Whatever you decide to do, heat journey, is really up to you. It may feel as though he wants to leave you, but I feel it's really up to you guys to communicate and sort it out. Remember, readings are just for entertainment. It's really about you deciding, you know, you've got control of your own life. These are ideas and suggestions, and what you do with it is totally up to you. You know, you've got to decide what's best. Hi, Gemma, how are you? Don't forget the links down below if you want to make a donation. Or you want to book a private reading through Ko-Fi. Decks that are available for sale on Make Playing Cards. So if you've got a question, just type your question in and I will answer them as they come up. Don't forget, if you make a donation, it is going to make your reading a lot more in depth as well. Sorry, I think we put the door open again, but it's just the wind. Would the Taurus ever be faithful to me? Thanks, Gemma. Whoops, it's me that's being clumsy. Will the Taurus ever be faithful to me? Oh, there's some repeated patterns, some addictions. So it is whatever he has done in the past. New beginnings, transformations. Interesting. There is some deep thinking to do. Does feel like there are some changes. Okay, so we're talking about what's happened in the past may come through with some new beginnings. Okay, so there are some new beginnings. So it is about having the transformations that are really important. So would the Taurus ever be faithful to you? Could be some repeated patterns. Okay, so you've got to then decide what new beginnings you're actually going to have and what changes you expect within it, which is really, really important. So there is a lot of thinking to do. There is a lot of thinking to do. Oh, oops, I just that. Does feel like something's been taken from you. There is a lot of thinking, and it's about getting back that power within you as well. So I think you've got some really deep thinking to do, looking at what you expect from the relationship, how you're going to get those new beginnings that you actually want. Yeah. So I keep getting something's been taken from you. So it's about you trying to get your power back, you know, get back what was taken from you. So it is about looking within oneself, looking within yourself, and trying to find a sense of balance. And know that you're being watched over, you're being protected, you're being, I feel like you're being nudged, like you can trust in your own intuition, your own stuff that's coming through. Let's just throw in a love. Oh, being in the flow, wisdom gained from past experiences so that you can be in the flow. Yeah, repeated messages, yes, it happens. So there you go. So let's have a look. You are so Cal, will Kim be faithful? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, need to move on. Okay, Cal. It's full. Star shining on the situation. The Emperor. Oh, you're welcome, Gemma. Secrets, unseen wisdom. Okay, so the question was, how does Kim see me? Okay. Or will Kim be faithful? Okay, so we're getting this sense of there being some new beginnings to the journey. Does feel like there's some light, like the wishes and things that are coming forth. The Emperor does talk about being in control of the journey as well, as what was hidden is revealed. So it does feel like some things are going to come into the forefront with this situation. Here we've got an opportunity coming. Definitely feels like there's an opportunity in the situation. You are going to get some clarity within it. within the relationship. Putting your feelings aside could be really an important aspect. I'm getting the sense of just about a shift in perspectives. I do get a feeling of putting your feelings aside and just look at the facts of the situation, the truth of what's actually going on. And I do feel like you're going to get a sense of clarity in the relationship. I think this really comes from within you. I think that's really, really important. It's about opening your heart to the situation. Looking at the vision, looking at what you're actually seeing is going to be really, really important too in the process. Oh, got that. This card here gets me a sense of arms stretched. I just looked at this, got like arms stretched out, like a sense of surrendering to the possibilities. Okay, so yeah. Has been hard to open up. Okay, so it is that sense of trying to surrender, trying to sort of open up the heart is going to be something new for you, something to work on, and that's going to be a lot easier. So these cards here, all available, except for these two decks. These two come as a set, and I would have to order them because I didn't do them for the shop. But all the other decks are available through Make Playing Cards. The link's down below. Oops. This is Spirit Nature's Oracle. Just some work to do. You'll get there, Cal. You will get there. It'll just take some time. Take a moment and take a breath, Cal, and I'm just going to show you something. This is Nature Spirit's Oracle. Take a moment, take a breath. Feel the healing energy coming through with your heart chakra, bringing it all into balance. All the cards coming through. Just take a moment to take a breath and feel the healing energy coming through for you. It's really about opening up to the spirits. So, oops, something else just popped out. Must be the cards for the centre. Ooh. These are great meditation cards. Just taking a moment to feel the healing energy. Hi, Amateur Sage. Yep, just type in your question and I'll do you the reading. Just type in the question. I'll just do that for you. The links are down below if you want to make a donation or you want to book a private reading. No worries. All the decks are available through Make Playing Cards. The link's down below as well. Go and have a look. There's a lot more decks available. This is only just a sample of what there is. Okay, not Amateur Sage. Okay, changed your Amateur Sage and not Amateur Sage. Okay, what's happening here? Will I and Simone ever reconcile? Okay, so let's have a look using the Journey to the Crossroads Tarot. Oh, Seven of Swords straight away. Oh, non-tarot reading profile. Okay, got you. Secret identity. I love it. Okay, things feel very intense at the moment. Does feel things are moving quite quickly. The situation does feel like there's a sense of a material gain in some way. I do feel like there's a luxury to the, like something's happening. Yeah, I get it. I get it, not Amateur Sage. Okay, there will be some news coming. Okay, so will Simone and you reconcile? It feels like there is some gain to it. There is some news coming in that area. Maybe it felt like something was taken away from you, and it does feel like things are moving into that direction. That will come in. That there will be, Simone, there will be that reconciliation. So it does feel as though there will be. It's about looking at the actions of the consequences of the actions taken as well. Seems to be really, really important. But the opportunity is definitely there. So it does feel as though, yes. Oh, thanks. Thank you. So it does feel as though there is this reconciliation. The possibility is definitely there. I'm just trying to see what else we can get out of it. Having faith seems to be really important. It's about looking outside the square, abstract thinking. It's about looking outside the square and bringing things into the light. So it does, yeah, definitely feels as though things are going to be working out the way. Oh, wow. You donated as well? Thanks, hun. Okay, so we're looking at within oneself to see the actual truth of what you desire. The reconciliation is there, but it's whether that's exactly what you want to achieve when it comes down to it. Because it feels like having to look at the darkness, the shadow self as well. And staying focused on what's important. I feel like there's something else that you might be looking into. So I'm actually going to look at the Lenormand. Woman. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Cal. Right. Key to something's being unlocked within you. I wish it was within you. Might be somebody else. I feel a very positive move coming up for you as well. I feel like there's a lot of movement going on. It's interesting. I keep getting like I'm getting a business reason coming up. So there might be a thing for you to be focusing on something else that's going to be very positive in the business sense. Something's going to be unlocking. Ooh. Healing through love and connect to the wild woman. I'm getting a lot about connecting to the woman within you or the person within you. Connecting to the person within you. To the wild person within you. So I'm getting a lot about getting into a bit more of that. Just take a moment. Don't want those. Okay. So that's quite interesting when you look at that. I feel like there's something else coming into the horizon. Just got to be like a person, just apologized. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is a little interactive oracle. So this is just some of my digital art, and it just sort of adds a little something to your own intuition in a sense of the words I got with looking at these three was a thing about looking at the things that we deny to be able to surrender so that we can come together, whatever that means. So sense of looking at the things that deny so we can surrender, so we can come together. Spiritual person. Yeah. Oh. Getting a lot about the heart, the green. seems to be quite important. The moon, looking at the cycles, the unknown, and yes, a rough path still ahead. Does feel like there's a lot of shadow work or a lot of stuff being done. Does feel like quite a lot, not amateur sage. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff, sage. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff going on with your heart and stuff at the moment, and with it being such a rough path, feels like you're really moving into the unknown at this time. So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like there's a lot of energy, a lot of stuff moving forward. I feel like there's a lot of work you're doing yourself, a lot of spiritual work that you're doing yourself as well. And I think you'll make some changes. And that coming together may not be with another person. It could be a wholeness within yourself as well. So I do feel like that could also mean about yourself becoming. Maybe you might be feeling a bit split at the moment. Maybe you might be feeling like there's two sides to you. Hi, amore. Amor. If you've got a question, just type your question in down below. So I don't know if that makes, maybe you're feeling a bit out of sorts, so to speak. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on for you. A lot to think about. Oh, okay. So I've got no idea what it means half the time, so I just go with the flow with the messages. Yep, Esmeralda, just type in your question, no worries. Don't forget you can come back and listen to the reading too if you need to. Thank you very much for donating, that's appreciated. Yes, the readings are free, but if you want to donate, more than appreciate it. Why do I feel like I'm missing? I'll be loud. Yep, readings are free. If you want a little bit more in depth, of course, the donations always help. Whew. Okay, so let's have a look. What outcome? Let's do this deck here. What outcome? The donations really help because this is what I do full time, so it's always appreciated to be able to keep up the content on my channel with the learning and the teachings and everything. I really appreciate that. Ooh. Get these things a bit rough. What outcome? Okay, what outcome? Let's have a look. Got the sense of looking beyond the illusion. I've got 4 and 5 of Earth, so I do feel like there's a sense of stability as you overcome any conflicts or Oh, thanks, not amateur sage. I really appreciate this. So I get a feeling of you being able to sort of look beyond the illusion so that you can actually feel like you have this sense of being able to overcome any challenges. I want to say get out of the cold, so to speak, to have the sense of stability, being aware of what you're actually holding on to as well, seems to be thing here. So looking beyond the illusion of what you're actually holding on to as well. Here you've got the sun, so you've got the sense of happiness and contentment. You've got 10 of earth, so everything sort of seems to be coming together in some way. And you've got some news here with the Knight of Water, so it does feel like you're going to receive some information which might be really, really important to you, and it's going to bring everything sort of together and give you that sense of happiness on some level. Okay, so let's have a look here. Here we've got the Three of Water, so it does talk about celebration. The Hierophant to me is a sense of learning something. So it feels like you're going to be learning something. It's going to be a sense of celebration on some level. And you're going to be recognized for your skills and your ability or your abilities. But it's also about working in a group. So I'm getting a lot about group here when you think of Three of Water and Three of Earth. It does talk about a group or a connection with somebody else. So it does talk about, I feel like you're learning something in a group. So maybe learning something with others as well about the situation that's going on with Simone. So it does feel like there could be a sense of being able to see below the surface. I think that's the biggest thing, is seeing below the surface, seeing beyond the illusion, and being able to actually manifest exactly what you want in the situation. When you think about it, trying to create a sense of overcoming, a sense of, you know, it normally would be poverty, or a sense of not really, I want to say coming out of the cold. So to speak. So it really is a sense of what are you actually holding on to at this time as well. Knowing you've got the sense of happiness or joy coming through, because everything feels like it's coming together. You're going to have the news that's going to arrive is going to bring everything together, which brings you that sense of happiness. It feels like everything's coming out into the open as well with the situation. So it does feel like you're working in a group, or you're working with someone else in some way, which gives you the lessons that you need. Seems to be quite a lot of stuff going on here. So let's have a look here. Harmonization brings under illumination. So trying to find a sense of harmony within yourself. I think it's a lot of self-work. Work within yourself, I think, is going to bring the sense of clarity to the situation. It is going to bring a sense of awareness within oneself, which is quite important here. So being in nature, being in silence, meditation, reflection, contemplation is going to help with you being able to look within yourself, so you have that sense of harmony within yourself, and you'll get that clarity that's really important. Again, we get this looking within to find the answers. So it does talk a lot about spiral of life, triple goddess. So it does talk about that sense of acknowledging the cycle of where you are right now is going to be part of the process as you look within. And about connecting with your animal spirit. So what's your animal spirit at this time? Now, there's several ways of doing this. I haven't got very many cards of these because I didn't print them all out, but let's have a look. We've got two lots. So let's have a look. Let's see. Animal personalities. You can get the whole set printed through Make Playing Cards, of course. So let's have a look. Shedding old skins is what I'm getting here. Getting a lot about moving forward by clearing away the old skins, the old past. And being gentle with self is really important as well. Being really, really gentle. Ooh. Enjoy that beautiful moment. So it does feel like there's going to be a moment when you're going to get some clarity within the whole situation and you're going to find yourself with a sense of inner peace. But I think that comes with shedding your old skins and being really gentle. I don't know, that was just me being clumsy, I think. Oh yeah, if you go to the link down below, there's the Make Playing Cards link. If you go there, you can just choose what deck you want to get. Lots to choose from. Playing cards and tarot cards, Oracle, Lenormand, Lotteria. Playing cards, there's lots and lots to choose from. So I got to go live on myself though. Last question, what should I focus on releasing? Okay, so what are you going to focus on releasing? What are you going to focus on releasing? How you digest your experiences, how you choose to react to the situation. Maybe your warped vision, so maybe how you see things in some way. There is a sense of being able to stop. I'm getting a sense of not rushing around. I feel like you need to release the need to rush around and so that you can let go. To create the magic that you want in your life is going to be super, super important. It's about how you create your web of life. That's really, really important. Now, what do you actually need to release? I'm going to use the Lenormand cards. Okay, what do you actually need to release? Let's do your 9-card Lenormand. What do you need to release? Center card. No idea what that is, but let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to release? Let's have a look. See what the Lenormand. Okay, we've got pathways and crossroads here. It's about bringing something out into the open. So I feel like you've been, your heart. Okay, so it's about bringing your heart out into the open, into other possibilities. Being loyal to yourself is really important as well. And there's disappointments and conflicts, things not quite working. Okay, so there's a need to release this ability to have the sense of not being really important, to just be able to be loyal to yourself. I think that's really important. To not expect, I want to say expect the worst, not expect the worst from things, allowing yourself to see a sense of inner light. I'm getting here. Perspective, small good luck. Okay, it's definitely releasing something small so that you can have the luck that you need. So it's nothing, doesn't feel like there's anything major, but there is a lot of work that you're doing little bits at a time. So it's how you receive the situation. I feel as well. I think that's really, really important. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that you sort of little things, lots of little things at the moment that you're needing to let go of. So let's have a look here. Being able to communicate clearly, to create the fire that you want within a relationship. Can't get you out of my mind. So that's like saying that the person is constantly in your thoughts. So that might be something that you might need to actually work through and be able to release and let go of. That whole passion or the whole feeling of that constant thought. And so that you can be able to communicate much more clearly. So maybe there's a lot of stuff going on with your throat. It's more little things that feel like the big, yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense then. So hopefully this will sort of give you a little bit of, a lot to think about actually. When you think about it, it does feel like there's a lot going on, enabling you to sort of think about what's important. To you. So what nature card are you going to meditate on, reflect on? What nature card to reflect? For healing. Whoops. And it flies out. Whoa. So there's a lot going on. If you look at the card this way, okay, look at the card this way, and then I'm going to turn it around. Then look at it that way. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So that's your card to sort of meditate on. So you look at it that way and then turn it. Oh, thanks, Not Amateur Sage. I appreciate that. This one is called Vesta's Art Nature Spirits Oracle. Nature Spirits Oracle. Vesta's Nature Spirits Oracle. It's a great meditation deck. So quite cool. So that's your card. Okay, so hopefully that's given you plenty to think about. So you might want to come back and have a listen to the, take note of the timing, and then that was lots and lots of different cards to get lots of different perspectives. I like using different decks because it gives you a little something different to think about with your question. It just gives you a little bit more overall. So yeah. Cool. Fantastic. Right. Whew. Just give me a breath for a second. Okay, let's have a little look-see. Okay, take care, Not Answer Sage. Thanks for the donations, really appreciate it. If you've donated, please let me know Otherwise, I'm just sort of doing questions that have sort of come up. Okay, Esmeralda, why did Alejandro disappear from our connection? Okay, so I'm just going to do, let me just put these, I'm going to put these on my here, just so that I can see. Oh, did Aisha donate? Oh, wow. Okay. I'll come back to you in a second. I'll just do Esmeralda quickly and then I'll come back because Esmeralda's been waiting for a little bit. It won't be a second. Everyone will get, those will get done. Definitely do Asia next. Just do this really quickly. Esmeralda, why did Alejandro disappear from your connection? Okay, there were actions, there were consequences because of the actions, and things happened quite quickly in the whole situation, which brought a sense of new beginnings to the whole situation. So there was that sense of walking away was really important aspect. There was a lot of moving forward. And it is about having faith in the whole situation. So I just felt like there was a lot of stuff going on, Esmeralda. I felt like there was a lot of stuff going on which to do with the consequences of the actions taken. Whatever happened in that moment was the reason why they moved on, made a new beginning. So it is about looking at the lessons that you needed to learn about the situation. Connecting with your angels could be really, really important, and that could be about, okay, Archangel Michael just came through really, really strongly here. And Archangel Michael is very much about cutting the cords, okay, being able to cut the cords. Archangel Michael, cutting the cords is really, really important, okay. And this could be about bringing everything into a sense of isolation within yourself. So you might need to spend some time alone, and that's going to help you move forward on your journey and cleanse away the stuff that's been going on for you. So why did Alejandro disappear from your connection? There was some consequences with an action taken. Okay, it did bring on new beginnings to the whole situation and walking away. For you, it's about letting go, allowing yourself to cut those cords so that through a sense of isolation, through being alone, you can cleanse away that connection at all. I think that's really important for you. So just a real quick message, right? Asa, definitely been focusing on yourself. Cool. Yeah. That seems to be sort of the real thing there, is not worrying too much about what happened, but what you can choose to do now is really important to move ahead. Okay, so Asia, you donated. So what was your question? Okay, Asia, just need your question. So I'm just looking at Asia's question. Oh, what's coming? Sorry, sometimes I really should put these questions up. What's coming next for me in the romance of May? Okay, so what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to use the Sacred Fractal Tarot actually. Okay, romance in the month of May. Oh, okay. Got Page of Cups, 2 of Wands, and 3 of Wands. So we've got the sense of it's going to be quite emotional. It does feel like it's going to be quite emotional. There is a sense of possibilities lying ahead for you here. So you might need to take a pause for a moment. Okay, with regards to the romance, there is a sense of a pause. Oh, okay. Being careful of not feeling like you're trapped in the situation is going to be really important too. Making sure you're not feeling contained or restrained by what's actually going on. There is a sense of making sure you've got decent plans with what you're doing. You've got a strategy. You've got an idea about where you want to be or what you want to achieve. So just being aware of giving of yourself as well, giving a lot of who you are, but it does feel like things are coming together. It does feel like there is a lot of stuff going on that's definitely going to bring you a sense of coming together. And there is a lot of changes coming on, but I'm also getting the sense of making clear decisions so you're not feeling like you're going around in circles. That's going to be a real plus for you, not to feel like you're going around and around in circles, but you're able to make a clear move forward in the direction that you actually want to go in regards to the romance as well. It does feel like there's a lot of gain. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff happening. It does feel like things are moving in the direction you want to. So it's very much about expecting the truth, the facts of the situation as well, making sure you expect the actions of what's actually going on to be the truth of the situation. I think that's really important as well. Nurturing your ideas and your plans. It's definitely a shift into the unknown. It does feel very unknown. It does feel like there's this journey of the romance that's coming up is actually unknown overall. There are some little bits and pieces coming through, but overall it does feel like it is unknown. It is an unknown relationship in some way. Okay, feels like there's also a taking a moment, take a moment out for yourself as well. Take some time out for yourself as you're in the flow of abundance and you're awakening your joy, peace, and bliss. So it does feel like things are coming into fruition in some way for you. You're ready for a healthy relationship. Cool. That's brilliant. So it does feel like things are coming into the right move for you. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know right now? Looking at all your options and looking at things from different perspectives is going to be really important as well. Always, I just get a feeling that if you just don't rush it, just take your time. Take your time to do that. Just ready to pack your bags and launch your journey. That's interesting how you say you're ready for a healthy relationship. Well, it's saying pack your bags, you're ready to go. So it does feel like something's coming away, and it's a sense of sacredness within yourself as well. Hi, Midnight, how are you? Yeah, I'm great, thanks. So let's have a look at the... Yep, you're on the right path. Let's see what love cards come out. Let's have a look at the Love Oracle. Whoa. Oops. Astrological. So it's looking at the astrological aspects of your chart and what's actually going on, influences, and it's going to be. Feels like there's a lot of influences by the moon and stuff. spiritual, it feels like it's going to be a very spiritual connection as you open yourself up. Okay, so it does talk about a very spiritual connection coming in, which is very healthy, does seem to be influenced by the moons, the stars, the sun sign, you know, your astrological aspects as well. Does seem to be a lot of influences in regards to that, and it does open you up to lots of possibilities. Yay. Let's have a look at the animal you can work with. We've just got animal. I know this is not the whole deck. This is the animal personalities. You can find the rest of the set on Make Playing Cards. I haven't got them all printed out yet. As you'll see, if you check out the link and you'll see all my decks, there are a few yet I've got to get printed out. So let's see what animal. Chameleon. So this is about, okay, this could be someone who could be, or whether you yourself sort of blends into the environment. Do you find maybe in the past you may have sort of blended in to what was going on, and it's time for you to now start roaring? Now it's time for you to start sort of being out there. And wisdom gained. Does feel like you've got a lot of wisdom gained. So it does feel like maybe in the past you may have found yourself sort of blending into what was going on, sort of into the background. Now it's time for you to start roaring or start getting out there, so that you, with a little bit of wisdom and knowledge gained from your experiences. So quite interesting when you sort of get down to it. Yay. So I hope that was helpful for you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciated it, because it really does help the bills and things coming up. Okay, so let's have a look. Who else? Let's have a look. I'm just going through. Okay, so I've done Esmeralda, did Asia right? I'm just seeing what questions come up. Questions are going to be a little bit random unless you've donated. And I've missed your question. I'll come back to it, but I'm just going to sort of do questions in order. Okay, so you're looking, will you guys be together? I'm just going to do a Lenormand reading for this. If you've donated, please let me know. Oh, midnight, that's a good question. If you've donated, please let me know so I can check up on my PayPal. So I'll just go through. It may take me a little bit of time, but I will go through and do this. Right. Will him and I be together? Let's have a look at this relationship. Just going to do some really quick readings now. And we'll just sort of get Okay, really quickly. Okay, things ending in regards to the commitment, because you've got confident here with the rings. Next, we've got the woman with the whip, so maybe there is a sense of a disappointment going on. Oh, EB, thank you. Again, we've got this small change. I feel like there's a small change going on. So no, I don't feel like the two of you will actually be together. I feel like there are some changes or some shifts going on, some things finishing, things not being quite the way you expect them to be. So Kamal. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, EB, did you have a question? Donations do take priority, and then I'll very quickly go through and do other questions as well. I'm not in any particular hurry, so I can be here for a while, so don't worry. So EB, I'm just waiting to see if you've got a question. If not, I will come back to you. Okay, let's go here. What to expect from MCC? Will I pass my courses this spring semester this week? Okay, so let's have a look at quite deeply what to expect from MCC. Oh, okay. I really need a bigger table to be honest. But anyway, let's have a look. Okay, so what to expect from MCC? Will I pass the courses this spring? Let's have a look. Let's see what's influencing you at the moment. Okay, there is life's ups and downs, but it's also about the action that you actually need to take. So that could be about studying and things like that. What actions do you actually need to take, or what decisions do you need to do so you can actually move ahead to get the success that you actually want? So you're influenced by your successes. So a lot of it is about, have you done the study? Have you done all the things that you can be expected to do to pass the course? You know, all the study and all the material. Have you done everything that you needed to do? Okay. Also important for you to also find some time out. Oh, sorry, this is not very. This is making sure that you actually have some time out as well. It's going to be super, super important. Okay, EB, make sure that you do take some time to rest. That's going to be super, super important. And making sure the sense of home life is happy and it's together. I want to say coming together at home as well, which is really, really important. Making sure you're secure at home, you've got a good, good space at home is what I want to say. There is a lot about repeated patterns, making sure that you don't have any habits that are going to cause you to not pass your exam and things like that. It's about breaking free from, I want to say partying, making sure you don't party and you don't do all the excessive things that can cause upheaval in your study as well, which is going to be really important. So here we've got looking at making sure you you don't get too emotional about the whole thing, and also about the sense of going full hog, going fully in with your study is going to be super important as well. Making sure that you're going in totally with your study. Here you've got the sense of opening the lid or allowing your dreams and goals to be a reality. It does feel like there's a new beginning in everything that's going on with the course. Here you've got the sense of giving unconditionally. So really, I just get this whole thing about studying and making sure you're not partying and making sure that you have got a good home life and you're resting. All those things are going to make such a difference. So here you've got the sense of the Tower here. So it's really about making sure you don't, I want to say you have boundaries. I want to actually say create boundaries. So you have the enlightenment, you have the understanding that you actually need in the journey. Okay, so this one here. So here we've got three of swords, but it's reversed. So I'm actually feeling like you're not going to have the disappointment that you may be expecting. So just change your thought patterns, really, is what I'm getting here. Start making sure that you do everything and you're going to pass your exams that you actually need to do. So let's have a look at any extra messages that the cards can give you at this time. So here I'm getting a sense of strength and giving yourself permission to take some time out for you, say no to your mates, and have that inner power within yourself as well. It does seem to feel like there's a bit of shadow work to do on yourself as well through the process, and staying focused is going to be super, super important as well. Being able to communicate clearly what's important for you during this time, as you sort of really connect to the phases of where you are right now in your journey, which is going to be really, really important. Being in the now and seeing the truth, the facts of what's important. So let's just take a moment to see what art card. Oh no, let's do that. Whoops, too many decks here. Let's get this, oh, not that one. Oh, right in front of my nose. The art, spirit pictures. God, they're so slippery. Feels like everything's falling off. Right, let's have a look at what image comes out for you for meditation, reflection. Oh, hi, Jen. Well, thanks for saying hi. Totally appreciate it. Yes, it'll be great to catch up, Jen, for sure. Okay. So take a moment to look at this card. I'm seeing a lot about communication here, a lot about the light. So it definitely feels like success coming your way with this. Yes, Midnight, that would be great. Love to do a collab with you. That would be awesome. I've got two cards coming out for you here. So this is about seeing the energy of the cards and really allowing yourself to just take a moment to reflect and to just feel the love and feel the healing coming through as well. So what message of love have we got for you today? Now, I'm not necessarily talking about love and relationships or like that. It can be love of self, it can be anything like that. So it's full of adventures coming up for you. So it does feel like you've got a lot of adventures coming in your life. That'll be great, Midnight. I appreciate that. That'll be cool. So there you are. I hope that helps, EB. Few cards there. Don't forget you can come back and listen to your reading at any time. The links are down below to order through Make Playing Cards, to order a private reading, or to pay a donation, just whatever you feel like. Okay, so let's get round to. You're welcome, EB. Oh, I really did my fingers in. Okay. Let me just make some space again. I sort of start spreading out all my decks and then I'm like lost. Okay, so paid readings. Whew. Okay. Okay, take care, Midnight. Thanks for popping in. Totally appreciate it. Okay, so EB, that was my last one. Right, let's have a look. Up here. Okay. Kamal, I did. Sai Home Decors. Don't know if you're still here. Oh, can't do pregnancy readings. They have to be, that's health. That's to do with health, and we can get in trouble for those sort of things. So I won't be doing that reading. I'm a little bit cautious about stuff like that. Okay, Sandeep. Hi, who's coming towards me? Oh, don't want the Lenormand cards in amongst that. Right, who's coming towards you? Let's have a look. Okay, the deck I'm using at the moment is Journey for the Crossroads Oracle. This is a deck I made with pastels on black paper, and there are different sizes available. There's a bordered version and two non-bordered. There's two borderless versions and a bordered version, depending on what size you want. Okay, Sandeep, who's coming towards you? Okay, is someone very youthful, somebody who seeks the truth in the situation. It's definitely about opening the lid to new possibilities, new love, definitely a new love. There is about looking at all your options available to you. It is about looking at things from a different perspective, looking at how you're sacrificing of yourself as well could be super important at this time. It does feel like it is from the past. So it could be memories of the past coming in, someone from the past here. And this enables you to sort of nurture your, I want to say be nurtured in some way. Or maybe you feel like you're nurturing them in some way. And there's someone who recognizes of working together with others. So there's a bit of a team, I'm getting a bit of a team player situation here. So who's coming towards you? Someone who's very loving, someone who enables you to look at things from a different perspective. Could be someone from the past coming in as well, enabling you to sort of nurture yourself in maybe your material or your financial aspects. Maybe someone who can help you nurture you with your health, and someone who actually recognizes your abilities and your skills in your journey. Okay, so yeah, that's who's coming through for you. And then we've got, I'm just going through the list, so I will get to you. I'm just double checking everything. This takes me a minute to click back at the next question coming through. Okay, Amor, where should I direct my energy at this time, and what is my biggest block? Okay. Oh, thanks, Valentina. Oh, you're welcome, Sandy. So where should I direct my energy at this time, and what is my biggest block? Okay, so where should I direct my energy at the time? So let's do that first, and then I'll have a look at what your biggest block is at the moment. So where should I direct your where should you direct your energy? Okay, this is definitely looking ahead at your goals. Okay, so you're looking at your beliefs and your faith. Your spirituality is really important. And what's chaining you to the past, or what's chaining you to something at this moment, or whether it's somebody or something, is something that you might need to look at. And one more looks at what do you feel has actually been taken from you. So maybe you're looking at getting your power back, your inner, to be empowered, your inner strength, your inner courage, all those things, or inner thoughts. Maybe you've had an idea or something being taken from you. So it's important for you to take a moment, take a pause, and look at your goals and your dreams. What's going to enable you to actually awaken within your own spirituality in many ways, and what are your things that have kept you chained to the situation, so that you can, once you acknowledge that, then you're able to have the sense of being empowered. So what's your biggest block at this time? Ooh, could be your alignment, your emotions. Could be your emotions blocking you, needing to be chosen wisely. It feels like you've got a lot of choices and stuff around you. You've got a lot of choices yet to be made. Oh, yes, very emotional. I'm getting a lot about emotions being tipped out. Your emotions being, trying to, are overflowing. Your emotions are definitely overflowing. So I think at the moment it's really about dealing with your emotions on many levels, taking a moment to pause and being able to direct your thoughts towards your goals that you actually want to achieve. Okay, so that's really interesting. So let's have a look and see, just quick. Okay, you need to feel secure. Okay, you need to find a way to release the sense of not feeling protected or not feeling secure in some way. So this could be about your health as well. So maybe you're not feeling very grounded. Okay, maybe you're not feeling very grounded at the moment as well. So you might need to look at things from a different perspective, look at things in a different way, maybe looking at some alternative healing or something like that that's going to help you clear away the things that are keeping you blocked. Maybe doing some soul energy clearing, some chakra work, anything, some Reiki or angelic healing, something along those lines that are going to enable you to make the shift that you need. So yeah, really quick message there, but it just sort of gives you some thoughts in that as well. Okay, so next. Okay, so done that one. Okay, now I know Midnight's gone, but I'll tell him to come back and I'll do his reading really quickly. I'm interviewing for a captain position tomorrow. How will the interview? I'm sure he'll come. I'm sure Midnight will come back and re-listen to the video. So I'm interviewing for a captain position tomorrow. How will the interview go? So let's have a look. How will the interview go tomorrow for Midnight? Oh, I'm actually wondering if you actually get the defeated. Oh, recognize for a score. Okay, no, I'm actually getting, when I look at these cards overall, I actually feel like he's not going to quite see the bigger picture, but I feel like he's definitely being recognized for his skills and his abilities. So he may feel like he's nailed it. I do feel like there's a sense of being nailing it in some way. So I feel like there's a lot of teaching going on, a lot of learning and teaching going on in this interview as well. And we've got this harvest. So I do feel like a sense of accumulating in some way this journey for him. Oh, interesting. There's going to be a lot of transformation and changes going on with the job interview as well. So I do feel like it's going to be quite positive. I do feel like maybe though this moment of learning, there'll be some changes going on, some transformations happening. Does feel like just needs to see the bigger picture. Maybe not be quite. Maybe he might find himself, careful not to yawn midnight. Don't get bored with the interview. Does feel like there's a lot of healing taking place as well with this process, cleansing away what needs to be cleansed away and brought in love. So yeah, overall, I think it's going to be a really good interview. There's going to be a lot of stuff getting cleared. So I feel like there's a lot of healing taking place, a lot of stuff clearing, and it will bring in a sense of positive energy. So overall, I think it's going to be nailed. Does feel quite positive overall, even though there are lots of changes and transformations. I think there's going to be a lot of decluttering of the position to suit. Interesting. So that's going to be an interesting interview tomorrow. Okay, so midnight's done. Okay, Valentina. Ooh, who's coming towards you in love? Actually, Sacred Fractal Tarot. Yep, just type in your questions or slowly get through them. Okay, Valentina, let's have a look. Wow. I feel like someone quite arty, quite dreamy. May not always show his feelings though, may put his feelings to one side, but he is very caring and kind. Okay, someone very caring and kind. Someone also too may not have the experience, but has the motivation and the drive. Okay, so towards goals and dreams. Okay, someone with a lot of clarity. Seems to be someone with clear thoughts as well, Valentina. Feels like someone very clear thoughts. Someone that gives you, or they have a lot of inner strength. Okay, they have a lot of inner strength within themselves. So I feel like they're a very strong person, very strong, very caring, very enthusiastic, very motivated type of person who has a lot of clarity in where they're headed. I feel like someone with a lot of clarity in where they're headed. Does feel like there's a little bit of stress and worry going on behind the scenes as well. There could be a little bit of stress and worry going on. And so there are some lessons that are needing to be learned. along the situation. It feels like something could be weighing them down, because here I'm getting both the Nine of Swords with a lot of worry and stress, and we've got the Ten of Wands with some burdens. So even though they might be very loving and very caring and being very motivated, very driven, and be quite strong overall, there is this sense of stress and worry and heavy weight being down. Okay, you'd rather than dealing with it, so keeping your eye open. Okay. Seven of Pentacles does talk about the sense of harvesting. So I do feel like you're bringing someone into your life as well. So, oh, card that flew out was looking at all your options and your viewpoints. At the viewpoints. So looking at all your options are going to be really important for you. Yep, keep your eyes open. It's all in the card. Oh God, that always makes me laugh when that card comes out. Okay, it's all in the cards. Okay, so that's it for you there. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so what were they up to? Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, Valentina. Valentina, you're welcome. You're welcome. Looked each other on all social medias, even Cash App. Okay. So let's give us a love reading overall. Whoa, card just flipped down. Landed on my foot. 1 minute. I'm stuck. 1 minute. Just got to get the card. Oh, got it. Oh, that was a bit of a nightmare. It was in a funny place. Okay, the Fool, new beginnings. Okay, it's definitely time for new beginnings. It's time for being cautious, being aware, but a sense of also taking a risk into something new and exciting. So let's have a look. It does talk about moving ahead into a new. Hi, Heaven. Great, thanks. It's about finishing a task, completing something, and coming together. Okay, so it does talk about bringing in something new and rushing ahead or making plans and strategies to go as you're going into battle, if you like, going into the battle. It does sort of feel like it's going into a new battle, something new, something different. So it is about completing something. It is about achieving what you desire, achieving what you want. Okay, it is about achieving what you want in some way. So it is about bringing that all together. So you do need to look at what are you sacrificing with your actions. So I'm getting here, there's some actions that are causing some sacrifice to the journey. So that's something that you'll have to answer yourself. Because it really is about nurturing your emotions with this process. And yes, you're at a crossroads. You really are. You've got to make a clear decision in the way that you want to go. Finding a way to find a sense of inner peace within yourself as well. It's going to be super important. So let's have a look here. Time for you to really look within yourself as well. Look within to find the answers, because things really look like they are chaotic. It does feel like everything's chaotic at this time for you as well. So you need to look at the what knowledge or wisdom have you gained from this experience, this cutting away. That's something that you're going to have to answer yourself. Only you can do that at this time. So how are you going to open the door to new possibilities to push ahead? Okay, so that's something you're going to have to think about. How can you push open the door so that you can actually look at the opportunities that are available to you, or create the opportunities that you want? So that's some things that you're going to have to do. I mean, you've blocked each other all on social media. So what are you going to do to change that if you want to move things forward with that direction? If you've blocked each other on all social media, maybe it's about you creating some new beginnings in some other way and doing something else for yourself. So that's something you need to think about for you, which is super important, because it's about you being in control of your journey. You're the one that's in charge of your actions, your choices, and what you do about it. So that's it from you, for you, Chanel. So let's have a look here. It says hi. Hello, hello, Evie. Whoops. So Lisa Love, what's coming for you in May? What's coming for you in May? Feels like coming together, feels a unity, feels like a happy home situation. Okay, there is this, I'm getting this moving forward. Actually getting like a message coming through about moving forward. So there's definitely about the house coming together, and it is about enabling you to sort of move ahead in some way. Balance. It's definitely a development within a relationship as well. It could be a relationship that develops. Moving ahead. There seems to be a lot of movement going on. I'm feeling a lot of movement and things happening, and so you're going to need this strength that comes from within, not brute force, but definitely a sense of endurance or stamina through the process as well. It's going to be super important. So we have this opportunity coming your way, this adventure as well. So I definitely feel like there's this something to do with home, and I'm feeling a lot of movement and stuff happening as well, and being able to find a sense of balance within a relationship. So Lisa, yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of stuff going on there. And there's someone who may have passed over recently, who's sort of been connecting with you. Maybe they're trying to sort of give you the message of that they're around you and that sort of stuff. So it is about seeing the truth of what's actually going on. Yeah, why do I keep getting travel? I'm getting a lot of travel in your journey, in your path. So I don't know whether that's a physical journey or a an emotional journey on some way, a spiritual journey coming through. So there's a lot about travel happening. So it is about seeing the truth of the situation. It's like you're being pushed by someone that's passed as well. So let's just throw in one of these. Oh, get your groove on. and reflect on your day. So it could be about journaling, maybe you reflecting with someone else about your day and things that have been going on. That's interesting. Okay, RN. Should I stay or should I move on? Okay, RN. Should you stay or move on? Let's have a look. Oh, so let's stay or move on. Okay, now you're at crossroads. Stay. Move on. You're welcome, Lisa love. You're welcome, Lisa. No worries. RN, should I stay or should I move on? Okay, stay. Let's have a look. What have we got for staying? Coming out of the cold. Moderation brings transformation. And it does feel like there's a gain from staying. So there could be a gain from actually staying. In some way. It does feel like there's a gain. Because you're coming out of the cold. Okay, and if you go, awakening to your own spirituality, sun shines on the situation, and the wish is your command. So really, both hold really good possibilities. Staying is in moderation. It does feel like you're sort of in moderation. It does mean you're coming out of the cold for some reason. It does feel like you're sort of and yet if you move, it does awaken spiritually. It does seem to be the sense of happiness and joy coming into it, and it does seem like your wish will come true, RN. So it does feel a bit more positive to sort of move in the direction, but it's okay if you stay as well. It's totally up to you at where it is. Let's have a look at a card for each. I love card for each. Okay, staying. Okay, and moving. Okay, so if you stay, could be a new love going on there in some way. But life coach. So I get a really positive energy from moving. Yes, things will be okay if you stay, which is quite cool. But if you move, there is a life change for you. It does become more about your dreams and goals and where you want to be. So yeah, interesting with that. So something to think about, RN. So let's have a look at who's next. RN, so we're getting there. Chrissy. Chrissy, who's coming towards me in my love life? And Heaven Flower, you'll be afterwards. So who's coming towards me? Oh, we've got something very intense here. A lot of passion, a lot of movement forward. I feel like a teacher, you know, someone who's going to teach in some way. A leader, someone who leads. Could be a little bit, could be somebody who holds on to something. But yet gives unconditionally. That's interesting. They might be a giver. So they might be somebody who takes but gives as well. So they feel quite in harmony with everything that's going on. Somebody who's quite material, maybe quite materialistic. Health is really important as well on some level. Definitely feel like they're a teacher in some way, and it feels very intense. Feels there's a lot of movement going on in the relationship as well. So let's have a look here. Full of adventures, opening up, and love makes life spin. So it's going to be cake. So I keep being quite intense. I feel like it's going to be, you know, if you can open yourself up, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and it's going to make the world, it's going to make things quite chaotic as well. Oops. So what you need to do is to reflect on what's of value to you. Okay, you need to look within to find the answers. So you need to look at what sort of personality, you know, what kind of person do you actually want in your life as well, which is so important. So it's time to be a little bit crazy, to have some fun, okay, and acknowledge the phase that you're in right now. You know, acknowledge where you are, connect to who you are on many levels, which is really important for you. So Chrissy, that's for you anyway. Okay, Heaven Flower, let's have a look. Will Daneshwar marry me? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we've got some secrets, some hidden knowledge to be revealed. There is a sense of control coming into play. So let's have a look and see what else. Okay, getting some clarity on the situation. Three of Pentacles recognized 4 skills. I'm not actually getting any sort of Five of Swords. Not yet. I don't see marriage yet. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Need to choose quite wisely. Okay, so what I'm getting is there's no marriage just yet, but you need to persevere. Doesn't feel like this is a short-term decision being made. Does feel like it's very long-term. Does feel quite well, I'm not seeing any marriage just yet. It's not on the cards at the moment. It is about perception as well. And perceptions can change. There's definitely a connection on some level. It definitely feels like there's a spiritual connection. But it's about being in the now and not worrying too much about the future. Okay, so at this time, there doesn't seem to be any wedding bells, so to speak, but it's about enjoying the journey along in the moment, you know, not pushing it. Okay, just letting things go, just being in the now. Surrender is talking about being in the moment. Okay, being in an alignment is going to be so important for you as well. Okay, there's definitely going to be an adventure, some travel, some movement ahead, maybe in a different way than you expect. But yeah, just about being in the now. I think that's really important for you, Hidden Flower. Don't worry too much about will he marry me or anything like that, because I can't actually see marriage right now. But things alive can change at any time. But this is really about you being in the moment, being in alignment with yourself, and just enjoying the adventures of life has to throw at you at the moment. So just enjoying the moment is going to be really, really important. So there you are. That's it. Oh, 2 hours. Wow. Okay, so you're welcome, you're welcome. Right, so I think that is about me, I think. Yay. Okay, so that's cool. Oh, Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy, I did your reading. Oh, Chrissy, I did your reading just before I did Heaven Flowers. So I did do your reading, so you just need to click back a little bit and it will be on there. Yes, I did, sweet. I did, Chrissy. Yep, you just have to flick back a bit. Sorry, did you disappear, did you? I did do your reading, yes. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I've been on for just over 2 hours. Yep, I did the readings all basically in order except for those couple that were paid for. So yeah, all the readings have been completely done. I have gone through and checked to make sure nobody was missed. So I have done everybody's reading. So yeah. So I hope that's all good for everybody. Yeah, I did your reading. No, Chrissy, I didn't skip you, I promise you. I'm absolutely positive I went through it and did it because I did everything in order. Yep. I'll go back and rewatch it, and if I did skip you, I'm sure I did it, but if I did skip you, I will do you a separate video. Oh, reading. Okay, I love reading. Okay, I will do your reading. I was just about to finish, but yeah, I can do that for you. Quick, lovely reading. Let's have a look. Love reading really quick. Love reading. Okay, potentials there. Looking at what you need to juggle. What are your priorities in regards to the relationship is really important, because the potential is absolutely there, but it's about you deciding exactly what you want in the relationship. That's really important. It does talk about a new relationship, so you got the twos here. Seems to be like one step at a time, not being in a rush, looking at your health, looking at how the relationship I'll go back and have a look, Chrissy. I'll redo it. I'll have a look. So definitely feel like there's a star towards, definitely feel like there's a light going on. So I definitely feel like for you in regards to a relationship, the potential's absolutely there. You've got to look at what your potential, what your priorities are in the relationship. It does speak about balance, having balance in the relationship as well. And letting your true self shine through emotionally is going to be really important. So, and choosing wisely through the relationship as well. And it's about nurturing your health. I'm getting a lot about health stuff here. So it's how the relationship affects you within your own health is going to be super important as well. So making sure you're able to communicate clearly and you don't feel that sense of betrayal within yourself, but it does feel like there's a new love coming in for you as well. So that's something that you can think about within the relationship. Acknowledging where you are actually at this time is really important as well. So there you are, real quick sort of reading. Okay, Chrissy, I'll go back and have another look, and I will let me just try something here. Let me just mute for a second. I'll be back, Chrissy. Just give me a minute and I'll be back. Whoops. Chrissy, I checked, it's about 15 minutes ago. It was just under the 2-hour mark. That's cool. Chrissy, 15 minutes ago, just under the 2-hour mark was your reading. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to double check. I'm sure I'd done it. You made me, I thought I was going crazy. So that's cool. Yeah, 15 minutes ago, just under the 2-hour mark was your reading. So yeah, definitely didn't skip you. So somewhere around that mark, you'll find your reading. Okay, so that's it from me. Okay, so yeah, I hope that helps. Always wanted to double check that I didn't wanted to make sure I had done it and I wasn't going crazy. So anyway, that's it for me. So don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care. Blessed be.